Hey there guys, so our new anime begins in a really nice weather where our protagonist just proposed to a girl under a really nice cherry blossoms. At first it seemed like everything was fine and she would accept Rentaro's offer, but she completely rejected the guy in the most brutal way. Well, it wasn't anything new, so his friend told him to quit sulking, but the blonde was curious how many times Rentaro got rejected until now, so Rentaro felt as if he was rubbing salt in his wounds. But still, Rentaro tells him it was his 100th rejection. He made a century on getting rejected, so his friend gives him the award of flirting for going on for this long. But his friend still asked him about his first rejection since it's quite a lot to begin with, so Rentaro tells him his first proposal was when he was just a toddler. So the blonde got confused why Rentaro was having a hard time landing a GF even though he has good academic records. So Rentaro thinks the same and goes to a shrine after school to pray to gods to land a girlfriend for him, at least in his high school, but suddenly a head comes out of the box. But the old man claims he's the god of love who came here to help him with his romantic life. The god tells Rentaro to chill since he will have a girlfriend in high school. Rentaro thought God was just cracking a joke, so he goes into his ghoul mode, seeing that God clears it up that the destined partner chosen for him at his birth will become his girlfriend. His ideal romantic partner. God explains that a shock runs through soulmates when they touch each other and fell in love pretty much instantly. Rentaro understood that soulmates are always destined to meet, but what about someone who never gets a soulmate? So the answer was simple: they would stay single forever. But Rentaro doesn't have to worry about that because God told him he's destined to meet his mates in high school. But not only that, God reveals that he would get a total of 100 soulmates in his high school. So there's no way Rentaro would believe in his word and considered burning down the shrine. But after a month, when his high school life finally begins, he stumbles into two girls and the tingles God was referring to happen with these two girls. Rentaro realized they were his soulmates right away. But first he tried to pick them up and their Hikari started acting as if her ankle was twisted and asked Rentaro to help her get to the nurse's office. Rentaro believes on her words and began to flow out rivers thinking he just heard his soulmate right when he meets her. But Hikari took it the wrong way and thought Rentaro was so pure and had a guilty conscience because he hurted a stranger. While the chemistry between them was going rather smoothly, which was making Karain jealous, so she also started to act like her ankle got twisted and needs help. But Rentaro starts to beat himself up as he felt bad for hurting the girls, so the girls stood up and told him to stop. But they realized their act is gonna get caught, so they falls back again. Then Rentaro then carried both girls, but bro was feeling heat in the moment from two fairies hugging him like this. Anyways, Rentaro introduced himself and realized that three of them are in the same class 1 to 4, but there were two girls walking by and were talking about the 4-leaf pink clover. And the one who would give it to their lover, they won't reject them, so the girls rushed out and got speed, and 4 hours later when the school just ended, Rentaro saw the girls were bent on finding that 4 leaves pink clover. They were really trying hard to propose to Rentaro, so he brought refreshment for them. But when he gave it to Karain, she started to act shy, since she's a tsundere type, so what she says is totally different from what she means, but still. She thanked him for being considerate for this treat. Then it was getting late, so she left to get back home, and their Hikari shows up after a bathroom break, so Rentaro gives the second one to her. But this one is a feisty one and a pervert at that. She made up that she can't finish whole drink herself and told Rentaro to drink some of it to have the indirect kiss. So he believes in Hikari and takes a sip, but when Hikari was about to drink it she got cold feet and dropped her can, and there goes her first kiss moment to heaven. But Rentaro got worried something happened to her, but seeing Rentaro was worried, Hikari confesses her feelings, but she knew she's not the only one who feels like this. But Karain shows up and gets angry at Hikari and unknowingly confesses her love as well in her own tsundere way, which is even more blood-boiling to watch. So they wanted Rentaro to have his pick between these two for dating, but it was a rather difficult decision that he lost his sleep and goes to God again at night. And God told him both are his soulmates, so he won't be able to make a decision no matter how much he uses his brain cells. God told him that others, on the other hand, usually have only one soulmate. But while God was assigning soulmates to the newborns, his favorite show aired on TV and he got into the flow and gave Rentaro a full 100 score by mistake. It was his bad that now Rentaro was going to have 100 girls as soulmates. But there is still more to the bad news. If a person fails to love their soulmates, they die, meaning if Rentaro fails even a single girl out of 100, she will die. Such a devil's blessing Rentaro got for having both girls in each hands, but still, two timing is bad, so he thought of declining their proposal, but only in front of each other, so that he could accept their proposal in the background to make them think he chose only one girl. But on another day, Rentaro meets them with his beat-up looks, and told them his decision. That is, he wants both of them as his girlfriend. Karain still couldn't accept it, so he gives the 4-clover pink leaves with his love. Rentaro thought they liked this romantic gesture, so he wanted to give his answer along with this clovers to show sincerity, and looking at his cuteness, both girls exploded. And then Hikari was the first to accept and didn't mind him having Karain as his other girlfriend, so looking at them stings Karain as well. So she also agreed to become his girlfriend and accepts his proposal, and accepts his two timing with Haraki. And that's how bro got landed with two beautiful chicks who doesn't mind Rentaro two timing them. But they still don't know yet that there's still 98 more to go in the future of our harem king. But for now the episode 1 comes to an end. But stay tuned to watch more of the anime recaps like this on my channel, so take care.